Nice to meet you, first one, guys. My name is Bruno. So I feel you see in the roadmap. So first one, I'm super happy to make the moderator of this beautiful moment with Web3 strong together. Happy to host you two guys. So Maria, Leah, and what is your name? Close in the. Sorry, I have only you
Andrew,
and.
Andrew Sales, close some sales in my tag though.
Andrew Sales. Okay, nice. Thanks you so much. Sorry. And for all people, it's in live in this moment. Welcome to. Thank you so much for assisting in this live. So my first motivation here, it's I want to present all of you. First one, for the people know more about you. I am a gentleman, so normally I start with the women's all the time. So. I give you the panel now. It's for you to speak and welcome.
Hello, everyone. I'm super happy to be part of this chat. So I'm Leia Haddad. I'm one of the co-founder of Bronze Studio, which is a creative studio specialized in design, interactive design, that we provide solution to Web3 brands and companies. And meanwhile, we are doing a community called Z Monster, and we're trying to help all the creative jobs to get involved into the Web3, and we're giving them solution, all the tools, so they can connect with the ecosystem and learn how they can use Web3 solution into the design.
Nice, nice. How many years you or 1 year you starting your journey in the space?
A year ago, I've been co-founding the creative studio with Charlotte and Leah Cohen, and we start at Station F, which is one of the biggest incubator in Europe. It's indeed in Paris. And I wasn't working at all in the ecosystem, in the Web3 ecosystem. I was working with politics people as a personal assistant. I was assisting them in their meeting, in their everyday life, for their personal branding too. So I didn't really start with the Web3 ecosystem, but I had a big argument with one of my friends because he was in a very elitist group of crypto enthusiasts. And he was like, you won't understand, so I'm not going to explain that to you. And I was like, okay, you know what? I don't need anyone to explain me what is Web3 about. I will do my own research. And this is how I start. And this is how we start the creative studio. We wanted to give solution to the brands who are into this ecosystem, because we start to realize that the Web3 is a very visual ecosystem, and there is a real thing about creativity and not only tech. So what we're trying to do is resolving the designing and the visual solution.
Nice. I see. Thank you so much, Leah, for sharing. And I see I have some more inviters here in the panel. So nice to meet you. Let me. I have the screen dissipates where I am here. Sorry. So nice to meet you. It's possible it's Arun, huh? The name for not confused.
Yes, that's right. Aaron is fine. Yes.
Welcome, Arun. So I want to welcome for you. First one, Bruno, the moderator. Welcome to join us. Leah finished in this moment to make the presentation about self of her, and now it's Maria. She's going to make the presentation, and in next you come for make the same with the people.
So you want me to talk about
No,
me?
it's Maria. Now it's Maria for she's going to start the presentation. Welcome, Maria.
Yes, hi. Thank you, everyone. I was thinking when listening to Leah that crypto space is the one that people from the crypto space have most interesting stories, because crypto is so new. So everyone did something before. So I used to work in fashion before discovering the crypto and the blockchain. But let's say that there are a few fields so intellectually stimulating as crypto, so I did not resist. And together with my associate, we have co-founded Decenter, which is an education company and also a free information site on all things related to crypto, taken at different angles, from politics, regulation, money, economic aspects, to the whole Web3 part.
Okay, nice. And what is the motivation for coming today to share your experience and all your motivation to in the space?
It's always interesting to exchange ideas, and well, my main job right now is research and education, and of course I'm trying to get all information I can from any sources, and hopefully there'll be some insights tonight as well.
Nice, super nice. Where are you from, Maria? Where are you based in this moment?
Well, I'm originally from Ukraine, but I've been living in France for many years now, and I am now in a small chalet on the top of the mountain.
Okay, nice. In the Switzerland?
In
Or
France,
in France?
in
I
the
don't know.
French Alps.
In France, nice. I have spent 24 years in Switzerland, so in the months too. So it's super nice, the Alps. And Leah, I don't have make the question, but I feel you have a little accent to French, the same I have. So where you based to? Only for I see the geographic of these beautiful people here in this moment.
I'm based in Paris, actually. I live in Paris and I'm based in Paris too.
Nice. Have you go to the NFT Paris? Have you
Of
the
course,
opportunity?
of course. We've
Nice,
been
super
there
nice.
and we were very
Nice.
happy to feel the creativity around all the different posts.
Nice. So next the presentation of all the people, I go make my presentation and I go to speak some things about this with the questions about the NFTs. Is a good point you have go to this conference for what's up, what's coming in next. So in this beautiful gentlemen, which one starting? Maybe if
I can
I
start.
remember Andrew, maybe he wants start Andrew in first.
Yeah, sure. So, do I just go straight to the question, like for people to ask me, or would you ask me a question, or what's your suggestion?
In this moment, I want only the people who make the presentation of yourself. For the people who know
Yes.
where you're from and these things normally.
Okay.
So
Do I speak in English or French?
no, in English.
Okay, sure. Okay, so hi everyone. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So my name is Arun Nadrasa. I'm a pharmacist based in London. So I just finished work and doing the fireside now. So thank you. So I was born in France, moved to UK when I was 14, and I was involved in dancing since I was very young. And this kind of gave me an opportunity to get introduced to the dance style of Krump, which is a dance style from LA. And through that, I was able to come across a course called Dance for Parkinson back in 2015, which is basically classes for people if they have Parkinson's symptom to give them dance classes to slow down the progression. And then what I did then was to try to combine both pharmacy and dance. And in UK, we call this concept social prescribing, which is basically you go to your doctor, but instead of giving you medicine, they give you a prescription for dance. And that's why I founded the International Social Prescribing Farm Association to try to promote this, the holistic care for doctors, so that when someone is depressed, they don't go to a doctor for medicine. They also get like yoga, cooking, dancing, and so on. So my latest position is I'm a member of the World Metaverse Council, but also I'm the Chief Metaverse Officer at Krump Kings. And for today's presentation, I think one of the strongest use cases for 2023 will be the explosion of dance NFT, because in a sense of thinking, you have decentralized finance for DeFi, decentralized science for DeSci. Like with Krump Kings, we are bringing the new concept of decentralized dance, DDAN, and metaverse dance, MIDAN. So is that good enough for an intro, or did I go too much?
It's perfect. It's perfect. Don't worry.
Thank you.
I like it. I like it too. It's intense. It's intense. Yeah, I'm super happy to have all of you in this panel, and I see a little more you information for the reason sometimes when you prepare the some panels, if you know exactly what you do, the people, you go with inspiration for make this question or the other question. So I have start last night to speak with myself. Now I want to see the people, no filter, no still exactly when I meet the first time. I don't know, but I go moderate some things really with the same passion I make in my events. So thank you so much for your presentation. Now I feel it's Andre Ego starting now. So welcome to in this panel. Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, how's it going? My name's Andrew Sales. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, United States. I've been in Web3 since 2017. I run a Web3 business called Coffee and Crypto. Every single day at 10:06 a.m. Eastern, we host a morning show on Twitter Spaces. We host an additional 20 shows every single week for about 140 hours of live content every month. On top of that, we specialize in onboarding businesses to Web3 and integrating Web3 and what they're doing, as well as onboarding retail investors into Web3. We're also we built out a game that we're releasing on the 17th of this month. But we're very passionate about education and really driving the community forward and making sure people are really fully understanding what they're getting involved in and not just throwing things at or throwing money at random things hoping to make help make 100x. It's not the reality for most people. So yeah, that's me.
Let's make
All right.
an NFT.
Top. Top. I feel people have really you have bring some new vibe and new energy in the topic. So super. I feel your energy. So now I go present myself for you guys. So my name is Bruno. I am the founder of Chili Banks. It's a community here in Portugal. I starting my journey 1 years now, pretty 1 years, the 7th November with Solana Breakpoint in 2021. But my background is artist music label. I am a singer, DJ, father too, enthusiast of this life. I believe in the humans. I believe in together is better and stronger. The same he tell Pierre, Laurent in this case. And yeah, when I come in the journey, my first question for the people, it's what he need connections. You need experience, connections, and utilitarian in the life. So exactly the point where I go start the topic with you. So Portuguese, 40 years, live in Portugal, in Lisbon. I hope I see some of you in New York for the NIC New York NFT. For the reason I am the first Portuguese for the first time I go to speak in New York for an NFT project too in the States. So I'm super proud, happy, exciting. The same I am today with you here. And I have I go start this question for all of us. The first one you want starting with the answers. You go take the voice. Don't worry. Only happy here. So what are some potential barriers to mass adoption of the NFTs, and who can they be overcome for you the best price in this case? Have you understand the question? For my, if you don't understand some things, my English it's not the best sometimes. Most Portuguese or French, I feel you understand. But if you have some dub, I repeat all the time the question for everyone.
That's okay.
Thanks.
It was clear for me because it's already in the chat anyway for the panelist. It's on the chat on the last box with the like a lock.
Yes, I have put exactly. I go put all the time the question for you have sure you don't have dupes about what I tell for you guys.
Yeah. So I guess it's okay if I go first. Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, for me, like one of the biggest potential for barrier for mass adoption is definitely trying to find use cases. For me, the strongest use cases for Web3 is the health industry because I'm a pharmacist by background. I work as a pharmacist, so I clearly understand some of the pain point for us. And definitely, we need to make in such a way that any patient that could be 70 years old, 80 years old, they should be able to purchase NFT without knowing they're using a wallet. So, for example, there's several platforms available. I really like the wording of walletless onboarding. Shout out to Flo because I took part in a hackathon. And in a nutshell, what they allow with walletless onboarding is to sign in with a social media login, like for example, Google. Like everyone has a Google, including 78-year-old patient because I have an email address. And also being able to purchase an NFT, which is today's topic, using a credit card. So like I said, there's different platforms available out there. And now, once we have the technology in place, which we do, is education. Education for the health industry, education for the well-being industry, education to the big enterprise, education for the association, the patient association, the World Health Organization, working with different stakeholders to really make them understand the potential of Web3 to enable change at scale and also to provide educational program for different health systems in the world. And that's by enabling the healthcare professional that have zero knowledge in Web3 to understand how it works and the potential to improve patient care is what to enable mass adoption. But education comes through first and technology comes second. And we have to kind of put away all the perception of NFT because for them, when you say NFT, they might say, oh, that was one of the rug pull, but they don't understand the technology behind it. And if you can get some kind of training in place specific for different industries, one for like health industry, one for the dance industry, one for any industry we want to disrupt, that's only when you can get like evangelists in each different industry that can take it to the next level. I've been like championing pharmacy and dance for 7 years. I only got my breakthrough like last week when I was invited by the CEO of SNOMED to come to the annual conference. For people that don't understand what SNOMED, basically SNOMED is like a hashtag that we use in clinical health system. So that doctor, when they write, they write a hashtag so that afterward they can say there's 100 patients were diabetic, there's 20 patients that have high blood pressure. So by putting the hashtag, the equivalent is in medical term is called SNOMED. I'm introducing the SNOMED code for dance referral for social prescribing, and also as an opportunity because now I have proximity to the CEO of SNOMED to introduce SNOMED code specific to NFTs, specific to metaverse. And for me, that's a game changer. But I was only able to get to that position because of my health background and working and hustling for 7 years. So that's why it's really important to have partnership in different key organizations so that they understand you're not just a random tech guy, you are actually someone that's in the field that knows the paintment. And by kind of changing the terminology for them, if they understand your layman term, that's when you get buy-in from them, and that's when you can make change at scale. So I hope I didn't speak too much, but yeah.
Nice.
I think I have a
Someone want
if I can take up on the education part. Most part of the time, people don't want to bother themselves getting educated about something unless they need it. And the first thing I think, that's approach we're taking. And the first thing is to explain to a person why an NFT is useful for them. Why is it different from a centrally managed database, a Google Drive, something like this? And this is not explained. And I think if the brands and companies that issue and that NFTs, if they really did this, maybe half of them didn't go into NFTs at all in the first place, because they would understand that the relative utility of these NFTs, very small. And I think this is the filter that everyone must go through before deciding to get into NFTs. And then the companies that are misusing the technology, for me right now, it's one of the main barriers to respond to the first question.
Exactly. And if I can, I would like to jump on Maria's speech about it. And this morning and since Monday, with Bronze Studio, we've been doing courses to students in a digital school, and they never heard about NFTs or the ecosystem. And we're trying to help them creating some projects and participating in real life projects, such as the Casino Partouche group. I don't know if you heard about that, but it's a very famous group in France. And it's all about gambles, game. And we're trying to explain them what NFTs were about, but they couldn't really understand. And even if they got like the main explanation and the main definition, they couldn't see what are NFTs about. So I was thinking, when you get your phone, when you buy an iPhone, you don't buy the iPhone because there is different nanotechnology. When you buy an iPhone, you buy it because you know what you're going to use it for. You're going to use the photo, you're going to use internet, you're going to use so many things inside the phone. And then you can understand how your phone works. And I think it's actually the same for the NFTs. We have to delete the terms and just show them how it works. And I think that some brands are trying to do it, and I'm thinking about Chloe, the fashion brands. What they did, like very recently, they made an
I'm sorry,
ID.
I'm laughing. I was working for them
No, really? Crazy.
5 years.
So I think they apply perfectly the use case of NFTs in mass adoption. They just made like some digital passport for the clothes and for the different items that they call ID digital code. And it's an NFT actually, but they don't call it an NFT. They just explain that thanks to the digital ID and the scanner, you just need to scan it. You will have access to the life and all the details about the materials that has been used, and you will get access to the certification of the product. So I think that mass adoption will come if brands take part of the ecosystem by showing people the use cases behind the NFTs without saying these are NFTs. We just have
Nice.
to delete all the technical terms and things like that, and show that it's easy to understand, easy to use, and that it's going to give them a real change in their everyday life.
Nice, nice, really nice. Hey, you, Maria, you work for the project. She nominate now, Leah. Is
Not
this
at all. Not at all. I actually even haven't heard of it, maybe because it wasn't called NFT, and I'm just checking up the
okay? Some things
this
have.
solution. And no, I used to work for Chloe for 5 years, but I left in 2018 to concentrate on crypto. And is it really NFT what they're doing, or is just an ID tracking the supply chain and
Yeah, it's an
registered
ID.
on
It's an
a
ID, but
central database?
it's a certification, so it works exactly like an NFT, but they just delete the term NFTs. What they were trying to provide is all the technology behind the NFT without the smart contract, but just saying that it's a certification and a way to certificate and authenticated the product by itself, giving
But but is it on a blockchain? Does it mean that they centrally manage the database, and if they want to change information, they can, or it's on a public blockchain and it is maximally possibly immutable?
So it's not on the blockchain yet, but this is the transition they're trying to take.
Okay.
I have a question about this. First, I don't know if guys you want make more details about what you tell Maria Elia, but my question is: are there any legal or regulatory challenge that need to be addressed in order to facilitate the mass adoption of the NFTs? In this case, for you.
But regulatory, for the moment, NFTs are beyond the regulatory scope, be it in the EU or the US, because I think the regulators are most focused on cryptocurrencies,
Exactly.
whatever currencies they are. I think maybe sometime one day they will come to NFTs, but it's not for the several years to come. In the meantime, NFT certification, I think it has legal status. It can be used as a proof, as a legal proof.
Exact. I don't know if you know, you have some projects in France. You have a project is super famous from Lille, where he deserve a certificate from the diplomas from the people. So he make the NFT of the diploma for the reason it's some things a lot of people like scam. For example, I want to send us a certificate. I want to grow a work. And sometimes my friend go give me maybe the certificate. I go change. So this is the possibility for never more opening this part. You have the real value of all the education where you have make school, and it's interesting what you tell about the NFTs, but I want to take a cross point of all this is for you it's most important the community or the utilitarian first when you want to launch the NFT membership. Example A, you go use more now the technology of the AI, or you go more use you conscious about the experience you have in real in terms of not only the Web3 but the life in this case. For the reason what I see in the market for me when I start now, I launch my NFTs in this moment. Yeah, I launch one by one, not in mass, for the reason I feel it's important to really see the engagement. But give me your opinion about this part. What is when you go organize or when you go launch your projects? What is the first point you go really focus for make the goals and for deserve too?
I can comment on that from a health perspective and health perspective, if that's okay. So for me, it'd be really about listening to the pain point from the community first, whether that's Web 2, Web 3. From having a deep understanding of the pain point, that's when you can translate that into utility, because it doesn't make any sense to create utility for an NFT if it doesn't solve a big pain point for the community, right? So for example, from the health industry, one of the pain point is the fact that when a patient gets admitted to the hospital, when they go discharged from the hospital and go to the doctor, GP surgery, 70% of mistake happen when the paperwork is transferred from the hospital to the GP surgery. They're still using paper copy. Can you believe that? They don't even have like an electronic transfer using paper copy, which is scanned. And then someone has to look at the scan copy, which is not OCR, type it manually in the computer to see how archaic that is. And 70% of mistake happen from that. Now, imagine a situation where the patient hospital discharge summary is a NFT. We have an SBT, Soulbound token. Let's take Soulbound token with composability, making use of the Flow blockchain. The SBT of the patient is at the hospital, get discharged from the hospital to the community. So the SBT has all the details of the discharge summary medication of that patient. So when they go to a surgery, the doctor is all there accurately. They don't have to change anything. And it's done instantly. And that's one of the pain points which can be huge to be solved for the NFT community, the Web3 community. Now, from a dance perspective, people are able to monetize from their voice. So if I was to sing very well, I can monetize my voice in album, in music video, and so on. But as dancers, anyone can copy our dance move. We cannot monetize from a dance move. But with the advent of Web3 and NFT and SBT, it allowed to be a great equalizer for the world dance community. So that means someone could create a set of choreography, turn it into an NFT, and then if Fortnite decides to try to steal that moveset, then we got the IP about it, and we can get royalty for Fortnite to use that emote used on the avatar terminology. So one of the big points, if it helps one person greatly, it's going to solve a lot of pain points, and it's going to increase scalability of the utility of the NFT. But if I was to come from a wrong personal angle, because I don't have an inside knowledge of the deepest pain point from the community I'm working with, the NFT will be just a fade. You might get a lot of hype marketing behind it, but long-term longevity of the NFT project will be zero. Which is why with the crypto bear, the market price of most NFT went nearly to zero. But people that are building now in this bear market is what the people be like setting new industry, a new ecosystem in the next 10 years because they're an utility focused by listening to their community biggest pain point. So yeah.
Exactly. And I
So-
would like to jump on what Aaron just said. At the beginning, like in the market, you were like about to find many different type of NFTs and many rug pulls too, many scams too, because everyone were into profit. Like all the fund, I mean, basically many funders were about like, okay, let's launch an NFTs collection and sell it out. Now with the bear market, you can see by yourself with all the different analyses that everything is more about utilities and communities. What we're trying to provide now, it's new experiences for the user, new experiences, new way of communication and collaboration. And I think this is what the ecosystem is about: collaboration and experiences.
Yeah, I agree. It's all about utility right now, especially like on the Solana chain. And like I think you gotta, if you're founding a project, you gotta look at it as how an investor would, because like as an investor, I really don't care about community. I care about what this NFT does for me. What's it gonna do for me? What's the utility? So as a founder, then I want to come up with a cool idea or something that's going to solve a need. And obviously, you have to be involved in Web3 and know something this community is going to like. But I think you have to have that need solved, that product, and then you build a community around that particular product, that particular utility of like-minded people that actually want that. And then that's what brings a successful NFT in my opinion. We're past the days of we're a community-based project or this or that. Like, hey, there's already community-based projects. If I want to join the country club of community-based projects, I'm going to go grab myself a Bored Ape, or I'm going to grab myself a DGOT, or if I want to join a lower tier community, I'll jump into one of those. But like those niches are carved. Now like I want to see utility, and that's what I'm looking for. And so like community can be built around that utility, but I just think utility is key currently.
Exact. Yeah, I
I
agree
think
with you, Andrew. Sorry, Marie.
No, sorry. I think when Andrew was speaking, as I thought about gaming NFTs, and it's such a great example of what you just said. Because when you see companies like established traditional gaming companies like Ubisoft, who already got communities and who try to do NFTs for the sake of doing NFTs, well, their community reacts really badly because these NFTs, they don't have a real utility, and the users, they take them as another mean to extort them of their money. And these kind of NFTs use cases, they're useless because they don't bring utility, even if they have community.
Yeah, it's a great point you touch, Andrew, and you, Marie. It's fun. I have two examples for give you for the gaming. I go launch a gaming, but I'm not for the guys who want to make a gaming only for earn money. But I like the part when you speak learn. So the idea it's possible use gamification and NFTs, but for a give education for the people and for friendly onboarding. Example, I'm a DJ, so I have people is DJs too. But all the time when I go put my music in the Spotify, my royalties they go for the Spotify. In this case, I have friends. I have created these projects for decentralized. Where is the motivation is from the DJ and the public. So my fans, he go send me the ideas for the experience. I go share my experience with him, but the NFT in this case, I go to give the workshop for the people he want to make the DJ. I tokenizate the ID, I tokenizate the project too. AI onboarding the people. This is a perfect example for the gamification. So you make something friendly. Example, I am the super spicy. I go to the real life. Someone you don't understand what is the DeFi. The game starting. You teach the people. So this part I feel is interesting in the metaverse. I imagine all these people, you don't have the opportunity for the education and the communication where is all censorate. Example, I go to Iran, maybe now, and the women, they don't have all the communication I have with you here. But in the metaverse, maybe it's possible. It's possible create maybe things all the time friendly, but all the time outside the part educate. This is the point. For the community, for you, Andrew, you touched the point. The utilitarian, it's super important. Is what I tell for the people. You don't sell. If you go to speak really with the CEO, the VCs, and the investors, you never go sell some things. If you don't have a real utilitarian case, you give a solution. But outside of this, if you don't have to the engagement of some communities, so what I have building in my case, I go give you this example. First, I want deserve a massive network where the engagement it's possible from all, where you don't judge the people where he's from, what he have, but what he
Definitely.
do and what he want to make. And this point, the engagement for the community is go really fast. I swear, I'm humble when I tell this for the reason I speak about myself, but I start in May to building the community in this Web3 Wednesday. I have host every Wednesdays in the town in Lisbon, and now it's 1,600 people, but with engagement. I wait for more in different countries too, for the reason the people, if you point only the people where you to only these people, you forget the people are in turn of you. And this is super important for the reason this work, this space, it's volatile. I am in Lisbon today, but tomorrow I am in Paris, and tomorrow I am in New York, and tomorrow I am in the moon with Elon Musk. Maybe I don't know, but the point is building the communities with the real disengagement from the U vision too. And the vision make the utilitarian next, for the reason you go create the ecosystem in turn of this utilitarian. So I want to maybe make the president of hospital. I'm not medical, but I go found every singular person perfect for create this ecosystem and deserve. And this is the point for the AI, where he go help us. People he tell, oh, he go take my work. No, he go help me for have more time for fresh my mind and create this whole ecosystem of the NFTs or memberships or what the name you want to give. For the reason I feel today it's not more about crypto, not more about blockchain or Web3, but it's about this power of all this technology. I give the name NFO, non-fungible organization, is where the people he deserve with this knowledge a utilitarian forgiver asset. Point. This is my simple opinion, and where I go to the same way you make, with different ideas maybe, but all together I go to the same point. In real, you want deserve the people with some things really utilitarian. When I wake up the morning, it's cool if someone he call me, I speak, Bruno, I want buy an NFT, and boom, I have this machine with me. I pay directly in live. It's not, I not need OpenSea, I don't need nothing. I put the price of my NFT, he scan the QR code, and he have the NFT directly in the account next. My money in my account. This he don't have a pass in middle of orders. This is the point too from this what the people want building. So I don't know if you agree with this. If you have. If you want to introduce, I feel I lose Maria. I know she's back. Budma Maria from Ukraine, Slav Ukraine. And Arun, you based in Paris, you Andrew in UA. Is this I have remember? Yes, perfect. You need come in Lisbon too, guys. I feel you go really like it. Portugal, the weather it's perfect. So Maria, where are you?
Sorry.
Slav.
Sorry,
Slav,
got the internet in the mountains. It can be
no
capricious.
problem, no problem. No problem. I have. I want to. I don't know if you have seen this last question I have shared for you in the group too. For the reason sometimes I put inside. But what are you? No. What are some emerging trend and innovation in the NFT space that could drive mass adoption in the coming years for you people? Don't know if you want to take the voice, Maria or Leah, in this moment, or Andrew.
I maybe leave it to Leah, because I frankly cannot choose one, because for me NFTs is something that will definitely change the landscape, the internet, and the how do we tackle ownership and digital ownership. But I don't have one. I cannot say that music is the one that will drive everything. It will be among those that will drive everything: games, music, certification. There are so many.
Yeah, I agree. And this is something that is great in our ecosystem. Like everything is always evolving. Like you don't have something fixed to a point. Like there is always something new coming. For example, like very recently we heard about the use of AI in the NFTs. I don't know if you had a look on Midjourney or OpenAI.
I have a
What?
little spider that draws pictures.
Yeah, that's crazy
It's
because
from the Fluff project. I don't know if
yeah,
you know it.
yeah, I know, but it's crazy what you can do now with the IA tool. Like there are so many things to do, and what I'm trying to say, like even if today we know how we can use NFTs, like in their utility for art, for um, IRL utility membership and things like that. It's NFTs have the potential to revolutionize various industries and create like new revenue streams, but it's always evolving and they're not waiting for us to be more innovative, you know? It's always something different coming, like a new evolution, new way of use cases into the NFTs.
Actually, if I can add something, the mass adoption of also it can come from kids, because I've like we usually give trainings to professionals like old grown up people, mostly from finance specialties and so on, and they well they need like it takes a day, you know, to really get this decentralization idea into their heads and really to explain what is the value of this. And I have recently given like a short, like 2 hour course to a group of Ukrainian girls. It's with a collaboration with an ONG that teaches tech stuff to girls, young girls, like 12, 15 years. And so we with this project we have created certification NFTs for the girls who finished, like I think it was app prototyping course, and then I gave the NFT lesson to help them understand what it is, and then open their wallets and get their diplomas, NFT diplomas. And I was fascinated how fast they catch things and how fast they were like, oh, okay, this is decentralized. Okay, this is like the idea of something which is free from central authority. They grasp it really fast. I was fascinated.
You touch a real good point. Thank you so much for open this part about the kids. I feel every people he remember when Vitalik he tell the dream of him. It's see some kids building a finance system. I have make the teacher in Switzerland for kids autists and people with some problems, mental trisomy, everything this part. But I go share you an experience incredible with these people too. It's the power of it's super pure. You don't have this problem of you have you and me in this moment with all these toxic things in terms of the life. I go distract the mind for make some things more beautiful. You see the perfect example. All the best artists in the world, when he come in the last part of the life, he start to speak. I want paint the same when I am a kid, when I am a baby. For the reason this moment is so pure, it's so incredible. When you see now the how many the people have grown to in the DNA, everything the words you want to tell. I see my kid with 5 years now. He have a perspective of the life so many simple. but this simplicity it bring so many happiness in really in the people. So is what I tell for you guys. One you here in the panel, everyone is a leader. In this case, they want what create other leaders for one day see maybe this utopic dream of wake up the morning and you don't have this stress for everything for the reason it's more automatized. And yes, the kids, it's incredible. You have a big power inside. It's interesting to put the this generation confrontate with us for the reason you don't need see if you have 10 or 20 years. For the reason I see people with 10 years, it stimulates people with 20 years. This is incredible too. So yes, it's a really good point. Thanks, Maria, for input this in the comment. And you guys, Andrew and Arun, tell me about your experience directly with the. It's more NFT, it's more AI, it's more. What is for you the future of all this part with your experience for this last 15 or 14 minutes I have with you guys. For me, I don't stop. Is exactly what you tell Alessia. Sometimes it's incredible how many. It's cool to sharing all this experience with you guys.
For sure.
So after you, please go ahead.
Oh, for sure. So for me, I think it's hard to like kind of like how Marie said that it's almost like every aspect is going to be part of mass adoption. Now, like I have my personal favorites that I think will be the kind of ones that we see first. And I think is gaming, just because it's such a natural fit for ownership of in-game assets, or just retaining some type of value on what you spent to play that game. Even if you're not profiting, at least you have a way to take equity out of that ecosystem when you're done with it. And then the second area I'm super bullish on in the near future is revenue sharing, right? Like I have several NFTs that pay me all the time. I own fractionalized ownership of an online poker room that pays me every Monday based on the rate they take in. I own a fractionalized ownership of a brewery. I own another casino game. I got like 2 or 3 other rev share NFTs that are paying me. And I think as now it's just micro right now, right? But as we grow and the bull market comes in, if you're assuming that there's going to be 100x users here the next time around, those are very appealing. And so like I think that's where we're going to see kind of like a lot of us start carving out our areas of putting footholds down and planning them for long terms, and really businesses that don't necessarily rely on Web3 money, businesses that are bringing Web2 money and then dispersing it amongst Web3 users. I think those are good niches to help bring people that even might be on like curious about the space to where like I don't even have to talk about NFTs, right? Like I told you about my fractionalized ownership without even mentioning NFTs. It's a poker room, it's a brewery, it's an online casino, and stuff like that. So like that's how I think you bring a lot of people in is make them not give them something they're interested in, and don't even make it about NFTs. NFTs are just a part of owning it.
Thanks. Really nice, really nice intense. Yeah, I agree with a lot what you tell, bro, in the part of your experience too in the space. Hey, you, Arun, for these last minutes, what is your last point of this perspective of all this panel to about what kind of use case for the mass adoption in the
Yes,
NFT?
definitely. Like for me, first of all, I want to give a massive shout out to Arman Narula, the founder of Improbable, which is basically a metaverse platform that can hold up to 4,000 users concurrently when they did the Bored Ape launch on the side. And in his latest book on the virtual society, he talks about something very beautiful and inspiring about the fulfillment economy. And what that fulfillment economy means that at some point in the future, the society will be able to do things that they love and get paid in the process. Any manual task that's boring, laborious will be covered by avatar, by robots, and then be able to really unleash our creativity. So that'll be laying down the foundation of fulfill and earn, being fulfilled with your life and earning money at the same time, whether that's fiat currency or crypto. For me, I see blockchain, NFT, metaverse generative AI, DAO as a building block towards his dream of fulfillment economy. So I think I'll leave it at that.
Thank you. And you, Leah, for Leah and Maria, you have these last 10 minutes, 5 minutes together for finish in this beautiful panel.
I would just like to have a word about what I've seen at NFT Paris. I
Thanks.
was amazed by all the different people who were in at the event. They were like parents with their kids. They were students. There were people from the crypto sphere. They were like random people. We were just here because they wanted to discover the ecosystem, and what really make the engagement like what really attract them. It was all the creativity around the ecosystem, all the visual, all the use cases again that they could see through art, through music, through all the different booths who were actually at the event. And this is how I really realized that the only way to remove all the all the barriers, all the limits into
The
the very
best.
technical, like the very technical ecosystem that is the blockchain, is the creativity. I think this is the main thing we can onboard all type of community. And I think brands like Nike and like very different luxury brand, we get into the Web3 with creativity and creative community missions get in.
Thank you so much, Leah. Yes, yeah, yes. I hope this part you go found here in Lisbon with non-fungible conference, or in New York if you're coming. These other utilities create more disengagement with the family, onboarding more people, for you have this opportunity to realize the this new world, or this new ecosystem, or this new culture too. And you, Maria, for the this
For the
last
last
minute.
word, well, for the last word, I'd like to say let's not be afraid of the word NFT. It's an opinion which is circulating online, and we've heard it today too on the panel, that like in the future the word NFT will be put into brackets and thrown away, or how do you say, understood without being pronounced. But no, I think like the cloud was the buzzword several years ago, and now we use cloud without speaking of the buzz. It's just cloud. So I think in the same way, NFT will be just another tech like the cloud, like I don't know, any other tech we use. And the word itself, it's stigmatized now because there's so many scams. But when we will how to say, pass this barrier and this obstacle and start using NFTs like we use cloud, the word NFTs included, then we'll have an adoption.
Thank you so much, Maria. You have right. No fear. More questions. People need open a little this more this information for the people. Not too much fast too. Step by step is two trains. One is Web 2, one is Web 3. The people who want together. I use sometimes the Snowpiercer for the example. People is two communities. You want to go together, but you need to understand the values. These values is what you're building in this moment, what you're sharing, what is super important. Make really clarify with the maximum, no filters, to transparency. Need really transparency for, not maybe for the developers, for he have the security scalable every time, but for the rest of the people, artists, DJs, founders, CEOs, every people here. Thank you for everyone for participate, for sharing all your experience with me and with all the people here in the Web3 Together Strong, and the energy. And hope soon to see you all If you agree, I want to send a little gift for you too. In next, I go right in PM. I want to share this membership of my community for you for this utilitarian case. For where you based in Paris or in New York or wherever you go, you have all the time the Chili Banks community together for help or for bridge or for make something. So really, thank you so much for
Thank
all.
you, Bruno. Thank you,
Thank you very
Marie.
much.
Thank you, Andres. And
Thank
everyone.
you.
It was
Thank
super
you.
cool talking with you guys.
Thank you so much. See you soon. And
Bye.
let's go to the
Thank
moon.
you, guys.
Let's go to the moon.